Hi guys, and welcome to Self-Care Fridays. In this video we will be talking about taking time for ourselves. So before we get started, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you'll be notified each time I upload. And I want to thank you for joining me today for this video. So let's get into it, okay? First and foremost, we know is everybody is having a hard time trying to carve out some time just for themselves. We're too busy worrying about our families, our friends, the children, school, work, the kids' school, pets if you have it. But what about us? What about you? Now is a good time to start focusing on yourself and carve out some time. And that's what this video is about. So let's talk about the importance of scheduling time for yourself, which is very important. You need to nourish yourself and recharge yourself. You can't deplete yourself and just constantly give yourself to other people and other situations and not take time out for yourself. So how to carve out some time for yourself? The best way I found out is to just schedule it. If you have a routine that you do, and I'll talk about setting up some type of routines in another video, but you have to schedule it. If you are a planner and you like to do to-do lists or schedule out your day, you need to carve out a specific time of the day where you're going to spend just clearly on yourself. If you see me looking to the side, I have my notes on the side as well, and that's where I'm going off of. It doesn't have to be something that you do every day. You could start off very small. It could be, just one day out of the week. It could be in the morning before you head to work, or it could be in the evening before you start preparing for bed. After you get done with everybody else, say, hey, it's me time. Just start off small, long as you do it. And that's what's important. You can start, like I said, you can start off with one day out of the week and then increase it from there to be something that you do on a daily basis. This is something that you might already be doing and not even knowing that you're doing. It's the small things. If you go and treat yourself and say, look, I had a bad day, I'm going to go treat myself to, your favorite meal, that's taking some time for yourself. But we're talking about a specific time. It could be, like I said, in the morning before you go to work. So if you got to go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning and you get up, say 5, 6 o'clock, you could use that time to, to meditate or, look at scripture or repeat mantras and things like that. I'll go over in another video different ways that you could, take this time for yourself, how to use that time. But what's important is that you carve out that time. You need that for your own well-being so you won't go crazy. How many times have we just went through the day or went through the weeks, went through the months and never took time for ourselves because we're busy doing everything for everybody else? I am so guilty of that, and I neglect myself. I neglect myself. And I'm pretty sure that you neglect yourself as well. We always put ourselves last. And now it's time to put ourselves first and start taking care of ourselves. Carving out this time and taking care of yourself does not have to be a big ceremony. It really doesn't. It could be something very simple that you do. Very, very simple. It don't have to include, like, if you want a big ceremony, hey, go for it. I'm all for that. If that's what makes you feel good, then you can do that. But it doesn't have to be. It could be very simple. Very, very simple. Like I said, you can start your day off with chanting mantras to yourself. That's a great thing to do. It doesn't have to include, singing bowls or incense and this real big ceremony. You could save that for some other time. Or if that's what you want, if you really want to work that in, you can do that. If you have the time to do that in the morning, wow, more power to you. That's something that I probably would do like in the evening when I have time. But what I'm talking about is making sure that you do take that time for yourself. And like I said, to go ahead and plan. Carve out that time So write it down. Say from 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm carving out this time. It don't even have to be an hour. It could be 5, 10, 15 minutes. But you carve out that time to take time for yourself. That is a form of self-care and self-love. You're making sure that you are okay. Once you are okay, you could help other people. You can't help other people when you can't help yourself. Look at 2020. Look all the chaos that had happened in 2020. If we was forced to take at least take a break. Look at things that you have learned in 2020 and adhere it to now. We're still going through chaos. And it's very important to make sure that we don't forget about ourselves. We don't forget who we are and whose we are. We are still important, and we are worthy. It's not selfish to want to take some time to yourself. Parents out there who are going through this virtual learning, I'm pretty sure that you're hiding in the bathrooms from your kids. You're taking a much needed break. That is a form of self-care. That's keeping you sane. I know that you guys are doing that. I know I've done it with my own nieces and nephews when they was growing up. You hide away and take that little brief moment to regain your own sanity. And that's what's important about taking this time for yourself. You know, taking your time for yourself so you don't lose your sanity and lose who you are. Because you could lose yourself in other people. We do it with social media. You could lose yourself through social media, you know, living in that fantasy. But to come back to reality and connect with yourself and make sure that you are good, that's important. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't make this thing, don't be obsessed with this. Taking time for yourself. Don't make it like something that you obsess over. It's very simple. Remember that this is for you. This is for you to relax and recharge your battery. We all can't be the Energizer Bunny. We are not made to keep going and going and going. It's not good to keep going and going and going and wear yourself out and just crash and burn. We have to take the time out to step back and recharge ourselves. We are rechargeable, and it's important that we do that. So I just want to touch bases on a couple of ways that you could use to take time for yourself, which is you could have your own spa day. You could meditate. You could do some yoga. If you're into nature, you could go for a walk, go for a run in nature. Treat yourself to something special. You could also journal. These are just simple ways of taking time for yourself. I will do future videos on these different ways to take care of yourself. Take time for yourself. So let's commit now to focus on ourselves and take time for ourselves. Carve out some time. Like I said, it could be 5, 15, 10 minutes. It could even be an hour if you like. That's fine. Baby steps. Schedule it in. Don't pencil it in. Pen it in. Do it with ink so you could commit to it. And carve out that time. It could be one day a week. It could be daily. Start off small and increase it. This should become a habit that kind of comes into becoming a ritual for you. Because if you don't take care of yourself, no one else will. So I want to thank you guys again for joining. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you'll be notified of my next upload. Again, I upload Magic Mondays on Monday, that's weekly, and Self Care Friday bi-weekly on Fridays. Thank you again. Have a great evening, day, evening, night, whenever you are watching this. And you can follow me on IG at Kamissi's Apothecary. I will link that above. And on Twitter, I am Kamissi's APOC1. I'll link that as well. And everything will be in the description bar as well. Thank you again. Bye.